Yes, welcome to our home.
And I'm the Goo, and this is Gulps'n'Games, the weekly show where we have some drinks, give a little background on them, then we play a game and give a little how-to on that. So, what I got today, well, you can go on and pull your stuff up on the table so Cat doesn't jump up there. This is Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery. It's Heartbreaker Breakfast Porter. Actually, I should let you do that one. That one's got a lot of weird words that you might not be able to read on my notes.
Okay.
So,
Flying Monkey Craft Brewing. First, Ontario.
The first Ontario
Craft Brewery to overthrow the conservative regime of microbrew.
Macro.
Oh my God, will you learn how to write?
All right. Regime of macro brews and timid small batch taste-alikes. It was founded by home brewer Peter Chiodo. And you can go ahead and read the description on the bottle because there wasn't anything online.
Okay. It's a bittersweet roasted malt layered tasty taste with suggestive coffee notes and an Earl Grey bite.
Ooh, I love Earl Grey.
Floated oats and barley adds a
flaked oats.
Oh, Jesus! Now I need to learn how to read. I was like, floated oats. There's oats floating in it. Okay. Flake oats and barley add the comforting cereal quality of classic breakfast porters and this mosaic of sighing flavors. You didn't even read what they were before you bought them?
Nope, I bought it.
Why is this on it?
I don't know. We made it fancier, so I bought it specifically because it was a breakfast porter and it went with this breakfast stout, and I thought that fit with our game. You're not going to put it in your head. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe a cat hat.
It's you gotta peel that off, and it's probably a pry off.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's just the...
Oh.
we put them in the freezer earlier the 1 week so that we could try to cool them off faster, and 2 of them exploded. This one did not, and it still had a nice pry on it, so...
Whose fault was that?
It was definitely my fault, and it was technical difficulties with the recording that made me want to record anymore that week, so...
Am I supposed to give you some of this?
Yeah. Always. It already smells good.
I guess I decided that this is the beer I'm having.
Yep.
Look how much I gave you. Hey, wait.
I'm smelling.
Do we do the happy birthdays now or at the end? I don't remember.
Do them whenever you want to do them.
Do them now before we forget.
Well, it's only Jamie.
It is, yeah.
Okay. You said happy birthdays like there's more than one.
She was my
do that.
My first niece-nephew.
Your first niece-nephew?
Yeah, like out of all the nieces and nephews, she was my first.
Well, okay.
So yeah. So we can't forget
what is
her.
She 17?
She'll be 17.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Happy birthday on Monday, 17.
Cinnamon teen roll.
Yup. Ooh. Wow. That tastes like a dark beer that they used to have at Black Forest. I don't remember what it was called, and they're now not open, so. But it tastes similar to it.
It's good. I'm not sure if freezing it might have altered the flavor in any way, but...
It has a zest to it. It is really good.
As always, you must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly, and say hello to Orville. You just want to walk right across the table there. And we're not sponsored by anyone. Oh, I forgot to mention, the next few videos, Our drinks, I bought all these drinks at Cork and Ale Opperman's in Saginaw. I'll put a link down below because if you wanted to try any of these drinks yourself.
Isn't it Opperman's Cork and Ale?
I don't know, when I ask for directions on Siri, she says it the other way. So.
Oh, okay.
Either way, Opperman's Cork and Ale. Cork and Ale by Opperman's.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Something like that.
But they were actually very helpful. I was telling them what we're going to do with them, and they gave me some suggestions for some of the drinks that they think are good. So I just thought I'd give a shout out to them. They did not sponsor us or anything like that. We still paid full price for everything.
We used to go there a lot when we lived in Saginaw.
Mm-hmm. It's nice because you can make your own 6-packs, and then they sell some craft beers in 6-packs. They have all sorts of wines and liquors. It's actually one of our videos coming up. We'll have a liquor from them.
So what's the game?
All right. Well, we have to cleanse our palate and do the other drink.
Oh, yeah, we got another beer. People are gonna think I've been practicing.
The other one that I got is also a breakfast one. This one's a breakfast stout called Beer Geek, and it's by this brewery called Mikkeller from San Diego, and it's brewed with coffee. So Mikkelborg Jerksey began experimenting with hops and malt in his small Copenhagen kitchen in 2003, and he did this with his childhood friend Christian Keller, which is why they get Mikkel Keller to get Mikkeller. I thought that was kind of cool. Michael, I'm assuming it's Michael Mikkel. I mean, I'm assuming that's Danish for Michael. I mean, that's how it just looks to me. Mikkel. Michael.
I don't know. I can't read
Michael.
any of that.
Right there, Michael.
Oh. Okay.
He fell in love with this IPA at a Danish brewery, Brick House, and he decided it would save a lot of money if he just brewed his own. So that's exactly what he set out to do. So him and his friend set up in the kitchen, and they eventually created this IPA clone of that Brick House brew. And they had a club that they would that they brought it out in and sold it, and then everything. And they ended up winning an award, and this caused them to then start branching out and making their own. What's really cool, I found, is that they actually they sell at least this one, and they probably sell others in beer making kits because they want other people to then learn and get the love for brewing.
They must have drank a lot of beer for it to be cheaper to brew it themselves. Because remember, you had that brew kit.
Yeah, I got that brew kit.
But the thing to just make like a little gallon thing of it was like $40.
No, it was $20.
Oh, maybe it is cheaper.
Yeah, it was $20, and you would
then all
get
like
one
you
or
have
two
to have
of those.
sugar and stuff.
Yeah, all the other ingredients, and then I like to mix into those kits to make them different than the standard kit. This I forgot to read about the beer itself. It's a smooth coffee flavors, heavily roasted, while maintaining a gentle sweetness and rich body. There's nothing on the can saying anything about it other than stout brewed with coffee.
I have too many relatives that have birthdays between October and November. Because I think every single video we've had to say happy birthdays to someone the last 4 weeks.
Well, I just don't know when any of my friends or family's birthdays are. Love you guys!
Hi. Oh, zest, even like spicy kick. It's not. It's more than zesty like this one was.
Yeah, I get that.
It's it started out as a French toast taste, and then it kicked ya. It's like the toast, the French and the toast.
I am getting a maple leaf flavor in there. They made a joke on one of the things describing it, saying that they haven't poured it on pancakes, but they think about it, and they're like, well, maybe we will. I think making that into like a thicker syrup to put on pancakes might actually be good. definitely see it on pancakes.
I don't get that.
Well, I do.
I want to put it on pretzels.
That would be good too. Make a beer dip.
Yeah.
So, I thought since we're doing breakfast beers, a good game that would fit with the theme there would be this Crows Overkill. I bought this at Koi's Comics. I'll put a link to them down below too because a lot of the games I get comes from Koi's Comics. This one was recommended by Gary. I always see him on Fridays when I go in. And he said that him and his brother actually worked the booth at one of the conventions to showcase this game, and they played it. It does say that it's for 3 or more players. Yeah. Oh, this one says 2 to 4 players. It's a different game I have that's for 3 players.
I was gonna say we played this already, but we played it when we had that power outage.
Yeah, it was fun. The power went out on Sunday night, so we lit a whole bunch of candles and sat here and played this a whole bunch. But the object of the game is to stay up all night. And so I thought you would want breakfast after that, right?
Yeah. We basically did stay up all night because the power was out.
Yeah.
Most people go to bed when the power is out, but no, we stayed up and played games in the candlelight.
Alright, so as I'm setting up, you have these 4 time cards. 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 a.m. You put them in order in the center. That's what time it is right now. At the end of your turn, if you have the amount of birds that show on the card, you have to go home because the birds make noise. So the object of the game is to kill the birds. You get your occupied card, and then if you die, you go flip it to go return home. With 2 players, you don't really need to worry much about that because once one player goes home, the other player wins. But with 4 players, you would want to keep track of who goes where. Then you have your bird cards. You take out the 2 gongs before you deal any cards because the gong is what changes the time. Pass by the other one. Flip it too fast. Purple card. There it is. So don't really need to shuffle too much because we shuffled a lot after we played it last time, but each player then starts with 3 birds, and you put the rest of the birds back into the bird. Oh, then you divide the bird pile into 2 evenish piles, it says. You just randomly stick the gong card into each one, and then once you do that, you just put them back together. That way the gong cards aren't right on top of each other and changes the time twice in a row. And then each player gets 2 shamisen cards. Now, I might be mispronouncing that word. Shamisen? I don't know.
It looks like shamisen to me.
Shamisen. Well, then, so now your bird cards...
It's supposed to be like a shaman? Because then I can see shamisen.
Shamisen, maybe.
Maybe we need to know the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
To know how to pronounce the word.
So the game... Let me read this too. It's based on an old song. Sansen seke no karuso wo karoshi nushi to asani gam shidamiti.
I thought you were making that up at first, but no, it's what it really says in there. Okay.
That means when a crow cries, I must leave this place. I would kill crows all over the world just to stay with you a little longer. The old song was sung at a red light district approximately 160 years ago by one guest. The guest's name is Takasugi Shinsaku. He was a central figure of the early Meiji Restoration and lived a turbulent life. The song expresses his longing to prolong this amorous time even for a short while. Then you take your bird cards that you drew and you divide them up. So you're going to put all your crows in one row, your roosters in another, and then you'll put owls in another pile, and there's bats. So then it starts with whoever stayed up latest the night before gets to go first. So I went to bed at like 2:30 a.m. and you went to bed at like what 9:40.
It was like 11:15.
It was 11:30. I was just.
You guys, okay. When I worked at 8 a.m. in the morning, yes, I would get up at 4:30 on the days I had to work out. But now I don't have to be to work till 11. So I get up at 7:45, which means I can, on the days I have to work out. Other days it's later. But that means I can spend more time with it. You think you'd be happy about it. Stop teasing me.
Now that is something you know that you didn't know before.
Right.
So you start your turn by you draw 2 Shamsen cards and 3 more birds. So same thing, you'll divide the birds up. So I actually got everything that I need to give them an explanation on it. So with the 2 a.m., you can have 8 crows. It doesn't matter, you can have as many of the other birds that you want, but if you have 8 or more crows at the end of your turn, you lose. You have to go home. Then you have bats. Bats don't make any noise, but the issue with them... But the issue with them, they don't make enough noise to wake people up and make you go home.
Oh, I hear them.
But the issue is you have to attack them first. So whatever card you use that does anything, which I'll get to that in a moment, has to go after him first. Then you have owl cards. Owls always cry at the end of your turn. So no matter what, if you have an owl at the end of your turn, you lose. So you want to get rid of him. So now I have these, all these cards. So I have a water gun card allows me to move up to 2 birds to another player. Some of these birds, she's got one right here. So you'll see that this crow has a 2 on it. This is worth 2 crows. There's also one that's 3. If mine says move up to 2 birds, I can't move that 3. I can only move the 2 or 2 of the 1s. Unless I had 2 water guns, because you can do multiple. I could play 2 water guns at once and move 4 birds, get rid of that 3 and a 1. So what I'm going to do is, because I have to attack the bat first, the bat gets moved over to her side, and I'm going to move the owl over to her side. So now I got rid of my owl. Oh, and forgot to use that for the discard. And I got rid of the bat because I'd have to attack the bat first. Then I'm going to use Cast Net. Kill all birds of 1 type. And again, if the bat was still here, I'd have to get rid of the bat. But because I don't have them anymore, I can get rid of all 3 of my crows. And they all go on the discard pile. And I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. So now I end it. I only have the 1 rooster down here. And so I don't, nothing makes noise. Now it's her turn.
Okay. So am I supposed to draw one?
You draw two of these and 3 birds.
Okay. Bat, a crow, and a cock.
Rooster.
It says cock, though.
I don't know if that'll get us flagged.
That's what it says. That's what roosters are called.
So now because she has 2 bats, no matter what she uses, it goes and attacks the bats first. Unless it says otherwise.
I can kill 1 bird and ignore the effects of a bat.
So the blow dart allows you to ignore the effect of the bat. So she can use that. Babe, let me give you a suggestion here though. I would suggest going after the owl with that, because if you have the owl at the end of your turn, you will lose.
Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So she blow darted the owl.
And I'm going to move 1 bird card to another player.
Okay, it has to be a bat.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Then I'm going to flip the top card of the bird draw pile and kill all birds of that type.
It's a
gong, so that's go over already?
I
don't think we should. I think we need to slide that because we haven't played enough.
No. It just so now.
Oh, it moves the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
so now it's no longer
right.
2 a.m. Now it's 4 a.m. So instead of 8 birds, 8 crows, now it's 5 crows. So at the end of her turn, and she does the trap net. I believe it doesn't work. Let me take one moment and look just to make sure.
Oh, I used it already.
Yep, if you flip the bell card, nothing happens. So you used it and
Okay.
nothing happened.
I'm going to draw a whatever card from you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. You could copy the effects. I'm going to copy the effects.
So
draw 2 shiny cards.
No, those are birds. So the mirror lets you copy the effect of the top card of the discard pile or reflect the effect that the target of that target you to another player. I don't know what that means.
I played this.
I forgot to mention.
This tells me to draw 2 more, so I'm drawing 2 more.
So I forgot to mention, you can use your cards just to kill a bird. If you have a card that says, there's one that says something like, pick up all the birds and divide them between the players evenly. If you don't want to do that, you can use it just to kill a bird.
I'm going to play. Choose a player, swap all birds of one type with those of him.
Oh, you have to. First off,
darn it!
I don't have any crows, so you can't switch crows with me.
Oh.
The only one that, but secondly, because there's a bat, you have to switch the bats.
I'm going to mirror this and draw 2 more cards.
Okay. So she's trying really hard. She needs to at least kill 2 birds. She has to kill that 1 bat, and then she has to kill at least 1 crow.
So move up to 2 birds to another player.
Yep, so 1 has to be the bat, but then 1 can be any other card that you have.
And now I still have 5.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, good. Draw 2 birds and deal them up in front of a player face up. Draw 2 bird cards and deal them in front of a player face up. What's the point of that?
You give me 2 new birds.
Okay.
Birds.
Here you go.
Thanks.
You got a cock and something else.
Crow.
What do you got? A crow? Okay, and then I'm going to swap crows with you now.
You can play as many shamisen cards as you want until you decide to end your turn.
I'm done.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use the water gun and move 2 birds over to her. So I'm going to move these bats over to her. And then I'm going to use stones and I can kill up to 2 birds. And you can choose 2 different types with that. I'm going to just kill 2 of these crows and get rid of them. And you know what?
That is a strong beer.
I forgot to draw my 3.
What is the percent of this? 6.4? It tastes like more than that.
Alright, well, I'm out of shamisen cards, and because my 3 birds I drew were 3 crows and 2 crows, I now have way too many crows, and I lost.
Ha! Sorry, babe.
So that's it. It's a pretty quick game. I think it's a lot of fun to play.
Mm-hmm. So I played it for hours the other night.
Yeah. You can just keep going. Like I said, then the other times at 6 a.m. it'll be 3 crows or 2 roosters. So if you have any of those, you don't have to have both. You'll just have 3 crows or 2 roosters. And then 8 a.m. is 3 crows, 1 rooster, 1 warbler. Gets you sent home. As always, if you have any suggestions for any games that you would like to see us play, please leave those down in the comments below. Any suggestions for drinks that you'd like to see, please leave those down in comments as well. And just hit us up with some comments. We'd love to hear from you. What time do you go to bed? Leave that down in the comments below, since we know what time she goes to bed now.
That's not every night. It's different depending on if I have to work out the next day.
Anyways, thanks for coming, and we hope to hear from you. Please, if you haven't already, like, share, and please subscribe, and get your friends and family to subscribe.
How about we find out what people like to do to work out? Yes. Cheers.
What do you think this is? Conversations with the Goob?
With the princess. I go on the elliptical. I was jogging, but then I couldn't get any faster, and I realized I probably burned more calories on the elliptical or just walking because, I don't know, I enjoyed jogging. It's just I couldn't go faster no matter what I tried. Here's some more things you guys know about me now.
That's the thing you now know that you probably didn't need to know.
Before.